we thought it's very, if you have a new software, sorry, I should show it on GitHub here. Imagine you really like in theory and you would like to start contributing and adding not only your web apps and microservices, but really dive into the core. It's always really the question, what do I need to know to be able to actually start contributing? This is also always or very often not easy to answer, but for the InTheory project, it can be answered. You need this Udemy class, the complete guide for Angular. It has 130,000 rankings, so you can imagine the community ratings. It's a very big community that uses Angular. Next to React.js is the widest used framework. And you need Angular and Node.js, the mean stack guide. And if you have both of those classes, you know exactly which folder contains what. So you know it follows the same, it really follows the same instructions. So it's a really good entry point. You know, in the back end, there's the routes and models for MongoDB and so it's really useful to have those classes, and then so it's really predictable how much effort it is. If you have knowledge already as a core developer for one or more, then of course it's even faster. So this is a good entry point to start. I also want to show you the architecture of InTheory. Not in detail, but we have here the core, and MongoDB is here externally, and we have a user action engine that handles all the communication with all parts. Like every user has queries, every user has mappings, every user has apps and projects. So this is all here, and everybody, like it's told as best practice, this user action engine is has own folder, user action engine. So, and then there's the query engine, which is encapsulated for everybody else. So where you can enter your own queries. This is in the query engine here in this folder. And the query engine queries the data from microservices and user data and third-party RESTful APIs. This is handled by the query engine. The query engine then sends the query to the query app input mapping. There's input. So you take the query and you map it to the app, but the mapping process and the assignment to the inputs is being taken care of by the query app input mapping. Here, query app interface. So this is happening in this folder. And then the app engine is where all apps are organized, and the containers, and so this is the app engine, and yeah. So so that you get an idea about the architecture.